Panapanaminzi, Moscow. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope this day is treating you well or has treated you well. What am I going to talk about today? Well, I was thinking of explaining a little bit why there's 12,000 miles separating Baby Love and myself. Let's say it was because of very bad planning on my part. What happened is, well, we met over 6 years ago online. Had a long distance relationship. Took us 3 years. Took 3 years before we meet up in person. I flew to the Philippines in 2018 for the first time. Spent a month with Rosie. Beautiful month. Living with the locals, actually. We didn't rent a hotel or anything. She had just come back from Kuwait. Spent 2 years in Kuwait, and she had her apartment, if you want, and that's where we stayed for the month with our kids. And when I came back to Canada, I couldn't stay away, so I checked. I had a small pension and fixed my things up to get an amount every month. Got rid of all my stuff and got another plane ticket, quit my job, and back to the Philippines I went 3 months later. Yeah. First time I went was in May 2018. Was back beginning of June, and I flew back end of September. The plan was for me to stay. Didn't work out because of financials. Like I said, very badly planned by myself. Rosie has a land that she bought a few years back. She had 4 hectares of land, and we were supposed to farm the land. Well, use the land. Her parents are staying on the same land, and we were supposed to build piggery. I forget how many stalls we wanted to have, how many breeders we wanted, sows, but we were supposed to build a piggery and chicken coops for broiler chickens. I wanted to have 4 of them that could contain 5,000 each. And with that, we would have had enough. We would have been able to have a comfortable enough life and all that, and have a nice garden. We had picked out the spot to build the house and everything, but we couldn't use the whole 4 hectares because it's in the mountains. And when Yolanda passed through, there was a lot of bad weather, heavy rains. And they did get hit by Yolanda itself, but there was a lot of bad weather. And what happened was that a lot of the water coming down, because the land is on the mountain, and coming down, it dug trenches a little all over the place. So to have a more space, better space, first of all, we'd have to cut a lot of coconut trees, which is no-no in the Philippines. You need permits and why you're cutting them down and all that. And then after that, we'd have to get a bulldozer up there to level out a lot of the land, at least flatten it, not level, but at least flatten. So, and I didn't have the finance to do that, and neither did she. And building, no, I wanted to build the chicken coops one at a time at least, but still, it was too much money for me. So after 2 months, my pension was basically supposed to last 3 years. Wishful thinking. But the way I was spending, if it would have lasted a year, would have been lucky. So after 2 months, had to come to reality that I had to come back to Canada and go back to work, at least for a while. And it was agreed. We both agreed that that was the best plan. And we're supposed to. Rosie was supposed to come to Canada instead. And we were supposed to rebuild the finances and all that, and until my retirement, and then we'll retire back into the Philippines. And that's what was agreed upon. So what was next is that, well, get married. Oh, my poor Rosie, my God, baby love. She planned the whole wedding in 3 months. We decided to get married, and before I'd leave, and we had a lot to do. I mean, we had to get all the papers. We had the papers from the Philippines. I had to get a birth certificate from Germany sent over. It couldn't be faxed. It had to be an original. That was one thing that got me really nervous. Is would we get it in time? Plus my baptismal certificate that I had to get from Ottawa. And I had to go to, we went to Cebu. At least we had a little weekend together. I had to go to Cebu to get a paper from the consulate. And plus the planning, the church, getting her dress and everything. Anyway, 3 months. So she made it. I'm giving her all the credit. I'm not taking any credit for it. All I asked her is what kind of wedding she wanted. She wanted a church wedding. I gave it to her. It was very important. She got it. Oh my God, was she happy. And so after that, a little week in Bohol for a honeymoon. And I flew back. Yeah. So I flew back and I got my Class 1 driver's license. Get on the highway. I was supposed to go for a company that I had contacted before leaving the Philippines, saying that I was a perfect candidate for their beginners program and all that. And once I got my Class 1, well, they turned me down. So that was a bull crap. I'm not going to name the company, but it was bull crap. Anyways, I'm happy I didn't go for them, because I would have been 3 months with like half pay, which was bull crap. That also. So started working and trying to save up the money to, like, we had a lot to do. Started to getting her forms for her visa for permanent residency, started getting that filled. Had to get the money for the medical exams. And the thing is that they don't want medical exams just for her. Even if she was the only one coming to Canada for now, she had to get medical exams for all her kids. Like, she has 3 children, plus her eldest daughter has had a baby that we're basically taking care of now. She's not in the picture anymore, but anyways, so for all those medical exams, I have to save the money. And the worst thing is that the reason that they're giving for that I got anyway, is just in case we decide to bring the kids over to Canada. Well, and to not, and that would block them. The problem is that the medical, the results are only good for 1 year. After 1 year, you want to bring the kids over, they have to go for another medical exam, which makes no sense. Anyways, so we were getting that ready and everything, and then one day, surprise, surprise, baby love tells me that, because I'm wondering what she's doing all day, and she's going with her brother, starting a garden. Oh, okay. And as we were talking, they're farming a plot of land, and then she tells me that she shows me that there's a house that's starting to be built, and she's telling me it's her brother. Okay, but anyway, we decided, we start talking and all that, and I'm telling Rosie, okay, but when she comes to Canada and everything, I'm going to have to stay on the trucks for a while because we need the money, and she's going to have to get a job, of course, and